There is a method that Napoleon Hill kept secret after studying 500 millionaires. A 7-minute ritual that reprogrammed the minds of America's most successful entrepreneurs. While most remain in mediocrity, you're about to discover exactly what separates visionaries from the defeated. You are not here by chance. Something within you refuses to accept mediocrity. And this restlessness is your greatest power. While millions remain trapped, thinking too much and acting too little, watching dreams turn into regrets, you have a choice that few will make. The difference between greatness and mediocrity is not talent or luck. It is the discipline to apply a method that 99% of people avoid for being too simple. Today, you will discover the exact 7 steps that Napoleon Hill extracted from 20 years studying men like Edison, Ford, and Rockefeller. Napoleon Hill was not just a writer. He was commissioned by magnate Andrew Carnegie to unveil the secrets of success. For 2 decades, Hill interviewed over 500 millionaires, including Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, John D. Rockefeller, and other industrial giants. Here's what made his research truly groundbreaking. Hill discovered that these men were not inherently different. They simply reprogrammed their minds using a specific method. What he discovered forever changed our understanding of how the human mind can be programmed for success. And it was from this discovery that something extraordinary was born. Hill developed a specific method, a 7-minute ritual that he called mental dominance. Consider for a moment that the universe operates like a mirror. Everything you project, your thoughts, beliefs, and energy, it reflects back as concrete experiences. This method is the most precise way to program this mirror to reflect exactly the reality you wish to live. The fundamental question is, will you persist or will you give up? While you are watching this video, thousands of people are giving up on their dreams. They are convincing themselves that success is for others, that greatness is reserved for a privileged elite. But you have a choice now. You can continue being one of those people, or you can discover what truly separates the victorious from the defeated. Icons like Edison, Ford, and Rockefeller prove that greatness demands confronting adversity head-on. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the electric light bulb. Henry Ford was mocked when he envisioned cars for everyday Americans. John D. Rockefeller began as a lowly bookkeeper, earning just $16 a month. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who settle for mediocrity lies in a simple truth: your capacity to do what others are not willing to do. They programmed their minds to transform obstacles into opportunities, failures into learning, and visions into reality. Napoleon Hill discovered that there is a specific mental frequency, a way of aligning your thoughts that literally magnetizes success. He called this harmonic vibration with the infinite. But what does this really mean in practical terms? It means that your mind, when programmed correctly, becomes a powerful antenna. It captures invisible opportunities, generates innovative ideas, and attracts the right people at the right time. But most people live with their minds tuned to the wrong frequency, the frequency of doubt, fear, limitation. And this brings us to an uncomfortable truth. You are not here by chance. You are attracted to this knowledge because your mind is already seeking a change. Something within you recognizes that there is untapped potential, a better version of yourself waiting to emerge. The fundamental question is, will you persist or will you give up? Will you allow fear or discomfort to stop your progress? Or will you persist until you discover what you are truly capable of achieving? Napoleon Hill's method is not just motivational theory. It is a practical system, tested for decades, refined through the successes and failures of history's most ambitious men. It is a process that transforms mental chaos into crystal clarity, procrastination into decisive action, vague dreams into specific goals. Just as a blacksmith shapes steel with fire, you must embrace challenges to strengthen your character. This analogy reveals a fundamental truth that the men studied by Hill understood. Growth comes from discomfort, strength emerges from resistance, and greatness is born from perseverance through adversity. When Edison faced his 1000th failure, he did not see defeat. He saw learning. When Ford was rejected by investors, he did not abandon his vision. He refined it. When Rockefeller faced criticism and attacks, he did not retreat. He persisted with unwavering determination. Their stories reinforce that mental discipline and action are fundamental. It is not luck. It is not privileged connections. It is not exceptional natural talent. It is the ability to maintain absolute focus on a vision, even when all external evidence suggests giving up. But here is what makes Hill's method truly revolutionary. He discovered that there is a specific sequence of mental steps that, when practiced consistently, completely reprogram your subconscious. It is like installing a new operating system in your mind. And now we arrive at the crucial point. Are you ready to reprogram your mind? Are you willing to dedicate 7 minutes a day to completely transform your reality? Because that's the only thing separating you from the extraordinary life you've always known you could have. He discovered that there is a specific sequence of mental steps that, when practiced consistently, completely reprogram your subconscious. It's like installing a new operating system in your mind. The crucial point is this: because this is the only thing separating you from the extraordinary life you've always known you could have. The process begins with something most people completely neglect: setting goals with surgical precision. Not vague dreams, not general desires, but goals so specific and clear that your subconscious has no choice but to work constantly to materialize them. Think about this. When you buy a red Mustang, you suddenly start noticing red Mustangs everywhere. They were always there, but your brain wasn't tuned to spot them. Hill discovered that when you define a goal with laser-sharp clarity, your reticular activating system, the brain's information filter, works the same way, suddenly revealing opportunities that were always there but completely invisible before. The second element is visualization with emotional charge. Not just imagining success, but feeling it with such intensity that your body and mind cannot distinguish between visualization and reality. Hill discovered that when you emotionally live your goal before physically achieving it, you create an irresistible magnetic energy. The third component is something Hill called conscious autosuggestion. It's the process of programming specific affirmations that replace limiting beliefs with powerful convictions. When you consistently repeat power statements, your subconscious mind gradually accepts these new truths as reality. But there's an even deeper psychological principle at play. Hill uncovered a mental state he termed applied faith, a profound conviction in your goal so powerful that you act as if success is already guaranteed. In this state, motivation becomes irrelevant. You take action irrespective of your momentary feelings, understanding that consistent action creates momentum, and momentum inevitably generates tangible results. With this foundation established, the moment you've been waiting for has arrived. The exact 7-minute sequence that Napoleon Hill used to reprogram the minds of America's most successful individuals. This isn't theoretical speculation. It's a complete step-by-step system, meticulously developed through years of rigorous study and real-world application, proven to transform lives across the globe. The difference between those who manage to manifest their desires and those who only dream is in a simple truth: your ability to follow a structured process with absolute discipline. This isn't just another visualization method. It's a mental technology that works because it's based on universal principles tested over decades. But here's something that will surprise you. What set these men apart wasn't just discipline or vision. It was a specific secret that Napoleon Hill kept for years before revealing it. So grab paper and pen right now, because I'm going to reveal the exact 7 steps of the Napoleon Hill method. And each step you implement will be a fundamental piece in building your new reality. Step 1. Absolute clarification of desire. The first step is to define your goal with laser-like precision. Most individuals falter by pursuing vague, undefined aspirations. Napoleon Hill discovered a fundamental truth: the universe responds only to specific, unambiguous directives. Articulate your desire using quantifiable metrics, exact timelines, and vivid details. Transform nebulous wishes into concrete blueprints. Instead of "I want to be rich," specify "I want $50,000 deposited in my account by December 31st, 2025. Rather than "I want to find someone special," declare "I want to be in a loving, values-aligned relationship by June 2025. Thomas Edison applied this exact precision when he set out to invent the electric light bulb. He didn't say "I want to improve lighting." He defined precisely that he would create an electric light source lasting at least 1,000 hours. This crystal-clear vision focused every ounce of his effort like a laser beam. Step 2. Writing the goal with emotional energy. Now you're going to write your goal in a specific way that programs your subconscious mind. Napoleon Hill discovered that the subconscious mind responds better when the goal is written as if it's already happening, charged with emotion and gratitude. Write like this: I am deeply grateful for having $50,000 in my bank account. I feel an incredible sense of peace knowing this money allows me to live without financial stress and pursue my dreams. Every morning when I wake up, I feel this powerful energy of abundance flowing through me. The key here is to feel the emotions while you write. It's not just an intellectual exercise. You need to allow your body to experience the sensations of having already achieved this goal. Here's where most people stumble. They approach this as a mere mental exercise when in reality, it's a profound neurological reprogramming process. The subconscious mind cannot differentiate between a vividly imagined experience and an actual lived experience. Step 3. Daily active visualization. This is the step where many people lose focus, but it's also where the true power of the method lies. Every day for exactly 7 minutes, you're going to close your eyes and see yourself living completely in the reality of your accomplished goal. This isn't passive daydreaming, it's an immersive, multi-sensory experience. Engage all 5 senses. See the vivid images, hear the sounds around you, feel the textures, and even imagine the smells and tastes of your new reality. If your goal is financial success, visualize yourself checking your bank app, feeling that wave of relief and security, and imagine the conversations with loved ones and the places you'll visit once you've achieved it. Napoleon Hill did this religiously every single day. He visualized his interviews with the world's richest men before even meeting them, and this mental practice prepared his mind to recognize and seize opportunities when they appeared. Step 4. Total mental alignment. Now you need to completely align your mindset with the reality of your goal. This means eliminating all conflicting beliefs that might sabotage your progress. Identify and root out every thought that undermines your goal. If you aim to earn $50,000 but constantly tell yourself, "That's beyond my reach," or "People like me don't achieve that level of success," these limiting beliefs will systematically dismantle all your hard work. Napoleon Hill's technique is simple. Every time a limiting thought appears, you immediately replace it with a positive affirmation related to your goal. It's like training a mental muscle. At first it feels artificial, but over time it becomes automatic. Step 5. Anticipatory gratitude practice. This step is revolutionary and separates Napoleon Hill's method from all other techniques. You're going to practice gratitude, not for what you have, but for what's coming into your life. Every single day, you're going to express gratitude as if your goal is already unfolding. Thank you for this money flowing into my life. Thank you for the opportunities showing up. Thank you for the abundance that's becoming real. This anticipatory gratitude creates an energetic frequency that attracts the circumstances necessary for manifestation. It's like sending a signal to the universe that you're already vibrating at the frequency of your new reality. Step 6. Immediate inspired action. Here's where most manifestation methods completely fall apart. They ignore the critical role of physical action. Napoleon Hill discovered a game-changing truth: manifestation isn't a passive process. You must act as if your goal is already coming to life. Commit to taking at least one meaningful action toward your goal every single day. For financial goals, this might mean researching investment opportunities, learning a high-income skill, networking strategically, or creating a detailed financial plan. If your goal is finding a meaningful relationship, work on becoming the best version of yourself. Expand your social circle or invest in personal development. The key is that these actions must flow naturally from your visualization. When you visualize consistently, your mind begins to generate ideas and insights about what to do. These are the inspired actions that Hill described. Step 7. Unwavering persistence. The final step is what determines who actually manifests their goals and who gives up halfway. Napoleon Hill studied hundreds of successful people and discovered they all had one characteristic in common: absolute persistence. You must commit to following this process every single day, regardless of the immediate results you see or don't see. Manifestation works in a non-linear way. Sometimes results appear quickly, sometimes they take weeks or months, but they always appear for those who persist. Henry Ford faced multiple bankruptcies before creating the Ford Motor Company. If he had given up on the second or third attempt, he would never have become one of the richest men in history. His persistence transformed each failure into a stepping stone to final success. Remember the fundamental analogy. The universe works like a giant mirror. This Napoleon Hill method is the most precise way to program that mirror to reflect exactly the reality you want to live. And now you possess something extraordinary, the complete method we promised at the beginning. The same exact 7 steps that Napoleon Hill kept secret, extracted from 20 years studying 500 millionaires. Every principle you saw working in the lives of Carnegie, Edison, and Ford is now in your hands, ready to be applied. But we've reached the moment that separates the dreamers from the achievers. Here's the pivotal question that will separate those who transform knowledge into reality from those who merely consume information. What concrete actions will you take today to move closer to your goals? Will you allow fear or laziness to impede your progress, or will you persist through discomfort to achieve the greatness you've always known was possible? The difference between those who conquer the life of their dreams and those who are always wondering what if lies in a simple decision, the decision to act immediately. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel more prepared, now. Here's a profound truth that few people really get. The universe responds to momentum. The faster and more intentional you move, the quicker opportunities start lining up in your favor. Grab a pen and paper right now. Write down your first goal following the step I just shared. Feel the energy of this goal flowing through you. Visualize for 2 minutes how your life will transform when this goal becomes a reality. The more you delay, the more you send the signal that you're not truly committed to transformation. Napoleon Hill transformed his life by applying exactly these 7 steps. Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, Theodore Roosevelt, all of them used these same principles to build empires and leave a mark on history that still resonates today. And now you have access to the exact same knowledge that transformed these legendary figures. The question isn't whether this method works. You've just seen the evidence in the lives of the most successful men in history. The question is, are you going to use this knowledge, or will you let another opportunity to completely transform your reality pass by? Start your 7 minutes of visualization today. Write down your goal with emotional energy before you sleep tonight. Take inspired action tomorrow morning, because every day that passes without applying these principles is one more day away from the extraordinary life you've always known was possible. The moment of transformation isn't going to arrive magically. The moment of transformation is now, in this exact instant, with the decision you're going to make in the next 30 seconds. Whatever your decision may be, it will determine whether a year from now you'll be living a completely different life, or if you'll still be watching videos, waiting for someone to give you the motivation to start.